Hello! Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Oh, I just arrived just on time, despite so many things happening. I'm used to it. It's like, cause do you know those things like doors where you got like the angular part of where it locks into place, and then when you're pushing the door, it pushes out and then it goes back in. Yeah. Yeah, the air fryer has something kind of similar. It's got this piece of plastic that's angled at the dangle, and then it pushes up this little thing that's in the, like when you put the tray back into the air fryer, it pushes up this little pin thing. But that little thing had been damaged over time, and it was no longer angled. It was basically just flat. So instead of pushing up the pin, it just slammed against the pin. So I ended up just cutting it again, so it was at an angle. Well, that's not going to last long. It's very weak plastic. But hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I've not updated our chalkboard. I'm sorry. The chalkboard is not updated. I've also been drinking way too much water. I'm on my third bottle today. Oh no. Oh no. I say third bottle today. Well, it's like a little bit left over from yesterday in one bottle. Then I started a new bottle and now I'm onto the second full bottle. I am gaining so much water mass. Yuck. I mean, having more water mass is important, I guess. Keep yourself in that optimal range. Oh, I did my exercise. My cat woke me up this morning, very early in the morning. Hello, mongoose, how you doing? But yeah, hopefully if everything goes super well tomorrow, like I wake up on time, I have food on time, not super ill, get some exercises done, my exercises don't overrun, which they often do, then even if they do, if they finish around 11, I could get to my computer around 11. That should mean I'll have 3 hours of time to work on the stream avatars, and if I don't get too distracted while doing so, that should give me enough time to make the rest of the weapons, all the rest of the main hand items being the correct places, and all the ones behind the characters. And then I can ask Plasma Basher for all the hats and items he wanted to add in. And then I can add them in. Well, probably won't be able to do that tomorrow. Well, maybe after the stream tomorrow. Yeah. But, oh, I'm going to do so much work. Yeah. Hopefully get so much work done. Oh, work is hard. Oh, what are we doing next week? I'm not sure what we're doing next week. I know next Saturday, I want to play Space Marine 2. Yeah. And Friday, more Rimworld. Obviously. We love our Rimworld. Saturday, work along thing on Wednesday. Member stream also on Wednesday. I think we'll play City Skylines 2 in the member stream. Yeah, because I'm not sure people will like that or not. Also, I am not good at that game. I've been trying to play off stream. See if I can make a realistic British city. And oh my goodness, money! That game's so hard to make any money from. You have to just like export all the electricity. Oh goodness. Ionics, because why not? Anything else? Anything else that we need to do? Any dangles? I don't know. I got XCOM 2. Maybe I can try downloading that tonight or something. And then we can play XCOM 2 on Monday. Yeah, that'll be a good day for it. And then on Tuesday, we can maybe have another handcam. Yeah, another handcam on Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know what we'll do. Oh, actually, I know what we'll do. We'll make some Necromunda. Well, make some those Necromunda models I got. Those 2 resin ones. Yeah, we can turn them into a chaplain and a priest. And then next Saturday we'll probably be continuing painting the model. Do you want to see the handcam? Do you want to go to handcam? Hello. How's the frame? Ooh. How's the frame rate? If you couldn't see what happened, I went like this and my model went flying. Sell power to another country, jack up the prices for poor saps who live in the same street as the generator. Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work very well. I have been trying that. It had mixed results. Well, the thing is once I started upgrading the surface feeds, people were like, nah, and they started moving out. And then I had to move it back down again. Oh, so here's my little neurolictor. Look at this beautiful fella. Look at this beautiful fella. Yuck. Oh, we're going to try painting his skin. Or her skin. Fair skin. Fair skin. It's a tyranny. We don't have gender. Fair skin. Kind of, this colour. This colour. Kind of this colour. So this was my first attempt at well, it wasn't technically my first attempt, but this was my first way of painting the skin on my Tyranids. It was okay, but I still didn't like it, especially on the larger models like the Carnifex. This was another method I tried. I was actually experimenting a lot with this model. I didn't really like any of the results we got. So what I'm thinking, I mean, actually, I guess I think I like how the arm looks just there. I think I'll go along with that. I think I did too much of the tail of that ink colour. I think it was this Nastreg yellow. Doesn't look like yellow. Trust me, it is yellow. Avalon Sunset. Actually, yesterday I said this is a very nice colour. This is a sunset colour. But honestly, comparing it to Ural Yellow over here, it kind of looks a bit washed out. It looks a bit too much washed out. It looks more like an egg yolk. It looks like an eggy yolk. Yeah. Not got enough. Needs a bit of orange in it. Yeah. Honestly, that's what I said about the Catachan flesh tone. Needed more orangey. Needed warmth. Needed warmth. Needed warmth. Orangey warmth. Oh goodness, and look at my torn up glove. Look at all this torn up damage. Oh, can you believe it? Good morning! Tony almost said good morning. Cupcake. Good afternoon, good evening, good morrow, good time zone. With the finishing shade colours like known oil and stuff, I always wondered how to decide. I like Agrax Earth Shade.
The stream has barely started and your glove is dead.
Hey, no, this is just one of my gloves that I don't mind getting paint on and stuff because, you know, look how damaged it is. Look at this entire thing. This is like my normal gloves, a sleeve gloves. It's all ripped up. To be honest, it's kind of trendy. And this glove also has a big old hole in it. And look, it also has some blue paint on. Nice. Also, I might, if anyone has any tips on how to paint for blue brain parts, give me your tips. Give them to me. Hey there, Lamon. Hey there. And also, they say hello, Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Hello. Jump. Jump. Oh gosh, that's a mess. So today I'm not going to restrict, like this model, we restricted ourselves to only the brushes that came in Combat Patrol. We didn't do too badly, I'd say. But this time I am actually going to use some of my high quality brushes, especially for like doing details. Your beaver lictor attacks. Scorpio, hi there, Scorpio, yeah. Oh, love heart to you all. Love heart to you all. Nom 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 nom. Dancing. It's got a mind of its own, does this lictor. You'll not get it. Let go. Oh. 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 It's a cool lictor. It's a cool lictor. No one can say otherwise. Look at it compared to this little dude over here. Nom 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 nom. That lictor demonstrating the dangers of glomping. What does glomping mean? Do you mean where you jump out and hug somebody? It's like glomp. Glomp. what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking maybe this sunset yellow would actually be good. Because comparing it, it's like this is too bright. This though, this eggy colour, it's eggy. It's eggy. That's what I'm calling it. Eggy. Oh, there's no dangers in glomping except when you get toasted by the toaster man because he hates being glomped. Oh, what am I on about? I don't know. Okay, let's look. Which brush do I want to use? I don't know. Let's use this brush. Do I want to use this brush? Nah. Shade. Well, this one is a base colour. Yeah, let's do this colour. Let's use this base one. First time using this Avalon Sunset. It came with ooh. It came with a Combat Patrols of Eldar. Okay, that's a bit too much on the brush. It does have a more plasticky feel to this colour. No wonder they prescribed it for the Eldar. Maybe it won't be a good skin tone. I don't know. I won't know until I paint with it. If fire comes in, now that we have invoked the egg, I will lose my mind. Pfft, quite mustardy, yeah. Well, actually, if a dry brush, if I do a bit of a more dry brush, not quite as thick layers, that doesn't look too shabby, actually. How does this paint taste? It doesn't taste like egg. It lied, and it doesn't taste like mustard either. It tastes like paint. I'm joking with you. Meow, meow. Oh, how does it look, by the way, for Handcam Steam? Is it okay? Can you see well? Oh, that's a bit too much water on the brush. A bit too much water on the brush. Water on the brush. Oh, by the way, yes, yesterday my cats were fighting, and one of them were like had the claws out. I was like trying to stop them, and she scratched my finger. Got a big old scratch going all the way from here down to here. And then I had to wear a big old plaster to stop getting blood everywhere. Yeah, it was terrible. She's so mean to me. Oh. If you want to know some good news...
Wow, so you get to taste the paints, but we don't get to give the glue a little sniff. I see how it rules for thee but not for me.
No, it's not like the glue is dangerous. It says don't sniff. Well, these paints are non-toxic. Manufactured by Games Workshop Limited, Willow Road, Nottingham. Represented by Games Workshop Limited, Irish branch. Made in the UK. Contains yummy goodness. That's what it says. That's what it says of this paint pot. Yummy goodness. Okay, it doesn't say yummy goodness. I'm just reading between the lines. I might be making stuff up while I'm doing so, but that's neither here nor there. And you don't get to have any. It's my paints. I spend all my money on it. I bought for Combat Patrol. You won it, you had to get your own paint. Yank. Non-toxic does not mean great. Tell that to the Americans. And their food standard agency. Actually, wait a minute. For them, non-toxic toxic itself just means great in a milkshake. How toxic are we talking? Like, will it kill immediately? No. Okay, then. We'll make our milkshakes with it. Like, how toxic is it? Not at all toxic. I don't advise eating it, though. It's probably not good for you. Great, we'll put in all the milkshakes. Oh gosh, that green stuff is not very good, is it? Oh. Nah, whatever, don't care. Look at her fat face. That is the face she uses when she spreads misinformation. Notice how it is no different from her regular face. I do not spread misinformation, ever. Every single word out of my mouth is the absolute truth. And you can believe it. For my name is Cupcake Conjuror. Vote for me in the next election. I mean, by that logic, asbestos isn't toxic. Rough turnaround time. No, it is. It is. It's just, that's the thing. It's like, how long does it take to kill? It's like, if it's not too long, it's great in a milkshake. If it's not toxic at all, it's a health food. That's how it goes in American Food Standard Agency. The FDA, or whatever they call it. The FDA did a study on this chemical and found that it's incredibly dangerous. They chose to not change the laws about it, though. Town would so approve if he was here. But Talan won't be here. He'll never be here again. Wait a minute. What? It's good that Talan isn't here. And if you want to remain here, don't end up like Talan. Oh gosh. California even lists wood as a carcinogen whilst failing to clean up actual beep on the streets. Beep on the streets. Boop on the boop. Boop on the shoot.
Where did you hide the body?
Nom 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 nom. There's no body. There was no body, there is no body. There is no body like a cupcake body, cause a cupcake body don't suck. Yuck. What am I on about? I'm sorry. I got a bunch of, I did my exercises today. It didn't go too well. But, oh, my weight's kind of stabilized. I think it's mostly water weight in the fact that it's stabilized at the moment. Because I've been drinking so much water. It's absolutely insane. And by water, I mean flavored water. My parents buy like enough water to to hydrate the population of Geneva. And then I drink it. So this is what I'm like without cola. Without cola, I'm just drinking everything that comes by. I'm like, need drink, need hydration, quick. What a wait. How's this looking? It looks a bit weird. Not a big fan of the yellow now that I'm painting more of it. Maybe I just don't like the colour yellow and Tyranids. Maybe that's the thing. Look, Talan is a rat, but I'm not a cat. So it definitely didn't eat the body. But Owl might have to. Guys, I know what I'm going to do for a BRB screen in the future. I'm going to get an artist to make it. It's going to look amazing. No. Too much water. Too much water. I have no idea what this part's meant to look like. Just defeated Jinhada for the second time. Or as I like to call him, Refrigerator Dragon. He's pretty cool. Also, his armor looks sick. Too bad it's useless for bow. Oh no! So me and a friend are at the end of Dragon Ball Z Kai now. And it's odd how much filler was left in, considering. Wait, which cat? Did you watch Buu Kai? Or did you just watch up to the Buu Saga? Because there's like 2 seasons of Kai. One of them is the full Dragon Ball from Saiyan Saga to the end of the Cell Saga. And then you've got the entire Buu Saga of Kai. But I don't think there's too much filler when it comes from Saiyan Saga to Cell Saga. I've not watched Kai for the Buu Saga because I've heard it's absolutely terrible. Buu Kai was the worst offender, yeah. The actual meat of the Cell games had a lot of filler bits, did it? I'm not entirely sure what's filler and what's not. I know with the Buu Saga, there's a lot of parts that feel like filler, but then it turns out they're in the manga. And it wasn't filler at all. That's because by that point, the manga literally was putting filler in to extend the manga for as long as possible. Because they wanted to reap the rewards of Dragon Ball for much as long as possible. Well, the part where they make Vegeta fight Kid Buu and he doesn't even go Super Saiyan Junior 1, but is surprised he can't keep up when Goku was at Super Saiyan 3 earlier, is the stupidest one. Oh, yeah. I mean, Vegeta is a tiny little bit arrogant sometimes, especially during the said thing. And I did enjoy Kai though. I didn't watch the Buu Saga as I said, but watching through Kai for the entirety of up until the Buu Saga, I enjoyed a lot more than just trying to watch the original series. It helps that the voice acting is just straight up much better than before. The only part of filler that I remember is the, Boomer on Namek. Because I know that a bunch of the scenes are in Kai where it's got Boomer. And like when she meets Frog Ginyu and stuff. I don't think any of that was in the manga. But it wasn't too bad, so I let it slide. How does this look? How do you think this yellow's looking so far? I mean, obviously we've got nothing but the yellow. I kind of fight he at least goes Super Saiyan Junior 2, which power scales say is double super. I don't care about the power scaler side of things. And a multiplier of 1/4 of Super Saiyan Junior 3. Nah. I don't agree with the multipliers, to be quite frank. I don't believe in solid multipliers. I think a weak person probably gets more out of turning Super Saiyan than a strong person gets out of turning Super Saiyan. That's what I feel like anyway. I also feel like it depends on your skill within the things. Like Super Saiyan, Goku was so good in Super Saiyan because he fully mastered Super Saiyan. And it was about the fact he could control his power way better in Super Saiyan than like Vegeta could. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Good luck painting. Thank you. Thank you. I'll need all the luck. It's not Junior, it's Super Saiyan. Oh yeah, no, it's not Junior. Every time I read it, I just keep reading it as Super Saiyan Junior. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is just, it's an instinctive habit of as soon as I see a J at the end of a name, it's like, oh, it is so-and-so Junior. I know it doesn't mean Junior. I apologize. And the reason that they say SSJ is simply because they didn't want it to just call it SS, because they didn't want their connotations of being connected to, you know, SS. Now, worst part, can or not, is I could have beat him with 3 before. I want to let the youngsters do it. Yeah. To be quite honest, I don't like a lot of the Boo Saga. It's got some good ideas. Some parts are well executed, but a lot of it I'm just not a fan of. I'm not a fan of Super Saiyan Junior. Why am I calling it Junior now? Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 3, honestly, kind of sucks. It sucks as a form. It's just, ugh. I don't even like how it looks, to be honest. It makes you a bit stronger at the cost of all of your stamina. Which is the exact issue that they talked about in the Cell Saga. About why the boosted version wasn't very good. Hello, Erland! How you doing? Well, I'm a cat! I'm a cat! No! Why did it turn me into a cat? So mean, so mean. Oh, there we go. Hot potato, yeah. Hot potato, go. Hot potato, no. Yeah, but it's like, what's his name? The Supreme Kai is just so weird and creepy unnecessarily. It's, ugh. I love Boo, good Boo as a character, mind you. Good Boo as a character is well worth the Boo Saga, but they also underutilize him a lot when they try to use him. I think it's just because of how strong he is. They just struggle to write him. Well, not just strong, but his entire character in general, they just struggle to write, I feel like. I do like the Super Saiyan Man though. Super Saiyan Man is amazing. I loved that entire arc, the Saiyan Man arc. To be quite frank though, Gohan just being a nerd, I'm absolutely in love with just nerdy Gohan. It's amazing. We need more Gohan being... That's actually one of the things I loved about the superhero movie. It's just Gohan being a nerd and he's like, look at the ants. It's like they go Super Saiyan. They're Super Saiyan. Super... Oh, I was like, oh yeah, that's Gohan. That's the Gohan I know and love. It's like, sure, Gohan could become the strongest of them all, but I don't care about a strong Gohan. I only care about happy Gohan. Happy Gohan. Being a good father. Being in love. Having a nice job. Oh, Gohan, my beloved. Inconsistent power creep it was so impossible to ignore. Just look at Ten Shinhan. Kiko Hood doesn't hurt Nappa, but pins down Cell. Then maybe Filler deflects Boo's blast, but doesn't scratch Boo at all. I don't think that's Filler. I think Ten Shinhan being fair is... I think that's canon. Not sure. As I said, manga, I'm not really up... I don't know the manga too well. I've read little bits of it here and there. I think I read Ten Shinhan actually does appear and do stuff. But I don't know. I mean, is it really inconsistent that they just constantly get that Ten Shinhan is just constantly training and getting stronger? And like potentially refining and improving his techniques? Like, it doesn't damage Cell. But it does press him down, which I think is a pretty cool feat. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of power scaling in general for the entire thing. I'm back. Hello. I mean, the biggest thing for me that just makes me go... Well, there's actually 3 big things for me that just make me go, okay, power scaling should not be a thing we just focus on in Dragon Ball, despite how many people focus on it. 1, Piccolo destroying the moon. 2, Roshi destroying the moon. Yes, the moon was destroyed twice. 3, when Nappa just appears and like with a flick, was it a flick of his finger basically, and he just blows up a city? It's like, yeah, that's also like a canon event with Nappa can just effortlessly blow apart the city. It makes every single time a villain does anything after that just go, well, Nappa could do that. Nappa could do that. Are these guys really that much stronger than Nappa since Nappa could do it? Planet Namek isn't that big at all. And when you look at it, it seems quite small, has a relatively small population. And Roshi could blow up the moon, so is Frieza be able to destroy Planet Namek? Do you know that much of a feat? I mean, Roshi might be able to do it. Is Frieza And then Cell is like, Cell just devoured a city. Yeah, that's scary, but I mean... Nappa flattened a city by himself pretty easily. I mean, and then later when Cell's just blowing up islands, it's like, he's putting more effort into blowing up islands than Nappa did. It's like, so it just makes me go, maybe power scaling's not worth it. But he's never strong enough, and that's frustrating just to watch. It becomes a farm and gimmick show. Super still has that problem. Yeah. People, the thing about the forms of the gimmicks is that it sells well. And that's why it became that way. Because people like Super Saiyan so much for like, what if we had a new transformation? People absolutely adore it. We had Super Saiyan 3 just because. It's another, basically, a figure that they can sell. And people just ate it up again. They just made Super Saiyan 4 because people just ate it up. Each time they just add a new transformation and gimmick and form, it's just, people eat it up, people love it. It sells figures. It sells Which is, it is, I agree. I'm not a big fan of just transformations doing stuff. But same time, we're gonna do what sells, and unfortunately that's what sells. Every late to punch becomes the punchiest puncher ever punched. Also, I think the bomb that destroyed Boo was smaller than the one that hit Freezer and didn't somehow work. That's the issue. See, the original bomb that attacked Freezer, it had all that power was just spread out everywhere. And it wasn't that much power, it was just trickling bits of Namek's life force just spread over this massive area. And Freezer in the end just got hit by a tiny part of that massive bomb. The spirit bomb. But then they use it against Boo, and they make a smaller bomb that's got way more power packed into a tight area, and then most of it hits Boo. Well, not most of it, a lot of it hits Boo. At least Ford just wasn't more blonde hair again. Yeah, I mean, Ford does kind of look okay, if you like monkeys, I suppose. I mean, to be fair, I like Super Saiyan God Blue. I think that one looks really... I do like bluey colours, though. Do you know that sort of shiny, cyany blue? Love it. I love the Super Saiyans. I don't know. I think the power scaling of it all starts to make more sense when you just look at everything and go, Nappa could do that. Or Roshi in the original Dragon Ball could do that. When you start doing that, you start realizing maybe all the villains aren't as powerful as they seem. And then you start thinking, maybe it's not that crazy that Frieza could become that strong after 4 months of training. Oh, gosh. Maybe the power differences aren't as big as we thought they were. Maybe power levels we just ignore because they're stupid. But yeah. At least that's how I choose to look. But to be fair, I don't even choose to look at it like that. I just choose to ignore most of it nowadays. The more I watch Dragon Ball, the more I feel like this isn't something I should be trying to power scale. It started off, it was written by a gag manga author who started writing it wanting to make another gag manga, but then went down a more shonen route because his editors wanted him to. There's definitely a lot of shonen stuff out there that is very power scaly and is designed to be. But I don't think Dragon Ball was ever intended to be. Oh no, I don't like the scenes of people who are skilled hit someone in the neck and it does nothing. Yeah. But then they'll do it again later. But they try even harder this time and it does something. I think one of the things of Dragon Ball is that constantly almost everyone is holding back. Like sometimes we see Goku struggling against somebody and then he basically goes, okay, I'm going to have to really try hard here. And then he actually starts winning. I do not actually pushing them back. It's because he wasn't actually trying for it. But Super goes more into that. But at the same time, I don't think they think that much about it. Right. There is something again. I'm not a big fan of. Goku has plot armor. They all have plot armor. The bad guys just have... The bad guys' plot armor is just on a time limit. The time limit of when the editors go, okay, time to end this saga. We want to start a new one. Hello, Emiliano. It's the main issue I'm having of Invincible where he grunts in pain or even bleeds. I have no real reference to how hard he was hit. Yeah, I don't watch Invincible. It's not my kind of show. Maybe it is. I don't know. Not a big fan of the animation, and early on it was just very bloody, very whatever. It's all that I ever heard about it and saw about it, so... Didn't watch it. And that is an issue a lot of superhero stuff have, though. That's one of the reasons why for Justice League in general had their big hitters just be much weaker. Like for Flash, like for Justice League Unlimited TV series, the Flash did not have super fast reaction speed unless he was already moving at super fast speeds, and even then his reactions weren't as good as you'd imagine they would be. And this meant that he could get knocked out pretty easily. He also didn't have super good healing, or if it was just slightly faster. So they significantly weakened him compared to comic book counterpart. They added a weakness to Superman that electricity can really hurt him. And generally didn't make him... Well, actually, they always made him a hold back. That was a big thing about him. Martian Manhunter, just for some reason, his powers would always fail against something. And they just made him... They made basically all of the super strong heroes weaker than Superman, even if they were meant to be as strong as him. And because they weakened Superman, and he was always holding back, it made it more fun to see. Hello, Night Parade! It made it more, you know, better. Oh, the animation. They had the sheer guard to include a scene saying animation is hard, you guys. Animation is hard, even if you're doing it for... Because the thing is, if you're animating just in, like, very, very simple animations, but you have to do 20 minutes of it, it takes a long time. And if you're not getting the budget for decent animators or for a good, large animation team, then animation is very hard. And especially if you're on a very strict schedule. And you have to also deal with writers and scene changes and voice acting. And so that means the last thing done effectively is animation. And there's a reason why a lot of these, you know, serialized cartoons ended up getting made in Korea by child labor in the 80s and 90s. Well, it wasn't necessarily just... It was very terrible labour conditions. The Simpsons kept pointing it out multiple times. But yeah. I don't know how big the budget for the animation is. I know Amazon has a habit of... They give someone a decent budget in the first season and then they halve it every season after that. I think the only exception to that is possibly for Boys. But they had such a big budget in the first season that... There are scenes where it's clearly a JPEG being dragged, yeah. You can actually see that in most animations. It's like, animate walking scenes. A lot of them will literally just be going like this, but then they'll just go like that. And then you might see some slight warping here and there. It's very, very simple. That being said, I have seen a video where it just shows all of the really, really bad animation within it. And did you know that clearly anyone could do this animation quite quickly? It does seem to be outrageous, the amount of it. Okay, how is this looking? It's looking kind of bad, but that's because, you know, it's early levels, early layers. I'm not a big fan of this colour. It definitely needs watering down, but I'm adding way too much water when I'm watering it down. And the issue is when it's watered down, it doesn't want to stick. It's a very weird colour to use. I have grievances. I've not watched The Boys. I'm never planning to watch The Boys. I've seen some scenes from it. I've just been like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not watching this. I understand why people like it, but for my own mental health, I'm avoiding this. I am. I suspect the stunt casting is cutting into animators' pay. The stunt casting? What stunt casting? Like bringing in celebrities or something? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Arcane has some of the best animation I've ever seen in a TV series. That wasn't produced in Japan or like almost 100 years ago now. They definitely had some production issues and sudden loss of budget and stuff though. Well, they just shortened the series rather than cutting people, rather than just cutting down the animation team. Hello, Sir Honey Rose. Hello, Sir Honey Rose. How you doing? Hello. The boys tries to make time-bound Bond jabs. I mean, the entire thing is The Boys was, I believe, originally effectively a satire. So, I'm not surprised. You'll be surprised by how much of, actually be surprised by just how much of Warhammer's original lore and stuff is very time-bound political stuff. You just don't know it because it's by this point. What? How old is Warhammer now? It's like 35 years old. It's like half a century coming up to. Oh gosh. Warhammer's super old. You're amazing. You're amazing. Yeah, you are. Okay, I finished with that yellow for now. Yeah, it's meant to look very rough the yellow I'm doing right now, by the way. I'm just like throwing it on, seeing how it sticks, how it works. Then probably gonna go over with this thing. Or maybe, actually, it'd be better to go over with this thing. I've read the comic, it wasn't satire, it was Screed. Ennis hates the superhero concept and anyone who likes it, especially Wolverine for some reason, but he loves the CIA. Maybe The Boys is then just making fun of the original author. I don't know. But I am going to the bathroom. No, I'm going to a cupcake meeting. No. I'll be right back. Yeah. I'm alive. Alive. Hello. I've only got one glove on right now. How you doing, everybody? Oh gosh, I've fed post. Oh my gosh, I just realised I've not got my chat in the correct place over here. Yeah, there we go. That makes chat easier to read. Oh gosh, no, that's not correct. Oh, there we go. There we go. And then I just need to get another glove up. Oh, give me the gloves. Can't keep the gloves from me. Neck for Salamander. Hello. How you doing? You're doing well. Glove is on. Glove is on. Oh. Today, Mr. Glove will paint. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, paint. Sad thing, I can't adequately say how unhinged a comic gets because YouTube will freak out. Yeah, don't say it then. I don't want to know how unhinged it gets, to be honest. I don't really know the boys. I don't really want to watch it or read the comic. Not my cup of tea. Let's go on to happier subjects though, like My Little Pony. A power scaling in My Little Pony. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, it's silly. Okay, let's look. What do I want to do next? I got this colour. Let's use this colour. Fish colour. Shake it all up. We go. Discord sweeps. Next question. Yeah, Discord does sweep in My Little Pony. And Discord was voiced by the guy who voices Q, which is a very similar character in Star Trek. I absolutely love that fact. Oh. Look at this. Look at this. Dawn yellow. There we go. I'm shaking it up. I'm shaking it up. That's what I'm doing. If you're wondering what I'm doing. The Gummy Gator made a particular existential point. What if all the sapient animals with no destiny are calling? Oh. A gifted
Thank you, Nick the
membership.
Salamander, for supporting the initiation of a cupcake mage.
Thank you. Thank you for a gifted membership. Oh, so I'm going to have to check. Oh, by the way, I forgot. There should be new membership tiers now. And there's some mongoose who got it. Yeah, there should be new membership tiers. Where is it? Where is it? Memberships. Oh, I can't actually look at the memberships myself. Oops. Okay, but yeah, I got a new membership tier. And night-only ponies get a permanent reminder of their purpose. I think it's because ponies are the only ones that have a fixed purpose. Everyone else has freedom to do what they want at any point. Oh yeah, so the new membership tier, there's a 99 pence one. So before it was $2.99 in British. It varies on your region. Different regions have different prices. There's now a new 99 pence one, which only gives you access. It's called the Cupcake Apprenticeship, or the Apprentice rather. And being a Cupcake Apprentice gives you access to the emotes, but not to the live streams. It's just if you want to use the emotes or you want to support me just a little, there's a membership. I think the gifted memberships will continue being the $2.99 one, including the memberships I give every month. Yeah. You think any of them have a pass butter moment? You pass butter. What is your purpose? I think they do. I think there were a couple of episodes where it's like, is this what I'm meant to do now? And like, but they like find their own paths. Or like they think that the cutie mark means one thing, But then they find their own thing to do, and it turns out the Cutie Mark is actually really good at explaining that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go forth, do chaos. That's basically what Pinkie Pie does. Pinkie Pie is a servant of Saint. I'm pretty sure she is. Rarity is a product of Slanesh because she is absorbed with fashion and excess. Oh no, she is very charitable as well. To an excessive degree. She can teleport like Droopy. Who would be Nurgle? What's going on here? Pony talk! Yeah. Because everyone loves My Little Pony. My Little Pony. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Little Pony. I used to wonder what words. I can't remember. I understand MOP. The way everyone has to be friends, but if they're not friends, then they get punished for being turned to stone or destroyed. Or... No, that's not what happens. It's everyone has to be friendly and nice. You don't have to be friends. You just have to be friendly and nice. Discord was a cruel being that hurt people. And basically, cruel beings that hurt people and attack others, they're the ones turned to stone. If you don't want to be friends, if you want to be a loner, that's fine, you can be. Certain ponies won't understand that, and they sometimes might intrude upon you. And, like, intrude on your privacy and stuff. But that's just... And you're perfectly in your right to tell them to go away and leave you alone. But it's the ones who do bad stuff that, you know, are the ones that get turned to stone. Like Discord, he was a threat to the world because he was constantly trying to destroy it. DJ Pone 3 would be an Empress Child. Yeah, true. I've heard her called Final Scratch. Oh, is she called Final Scratch? I actually don't know the names of a lot of her background ponies. I know there's a couple who, if you pay attention to the background of certain scenes, I think there's like one that's an episode about love, and it's got these two female ponies that are clearly in love. I'm like, that's great. That's great. I love it. Let the ponies be in love. I think that was like a fanship for a long time. And if Fluttershy hates you, you're done goofed. You're done goofed if Fluttershy hates you. I do like Discord and Fluttershy off is like, oh no, the most powerful being of the universe. Fluttershy gets mad. He becomes the weakest person in the universe. No. Discord does not sweep for My Little Pony universe. Fluttershy sweeps. Fluttershy is... nothing can stop Fluttershy. Have you seen her feats? She has a speed feat that trumps anything that's rainbow, even the Sonic Rainboom. You done hoofed. Scootaloo's answer thing. Why is Fluttershy so feared? Because she's got that sleeper build to her, you know. You think she's all soft and cute, and then you anger her, and the world rips in two. The universe starts to degrade as she devours you. Applejack would be an orc. I'm not sure. She doesn't enough to fight enough. And she's got a Texan accent. She needs a British accent. Oh, in Bonbon and whoever the other one is. I can't remember. Sweetie Drops and Lyra. Yeah, one of them was Lyra at least. It might have been Sweetie Drops. I can't remember. To be honest, I kind of missed, you know, Princess Luna, her design when she became back as a princess in the first episode with her. And she was a normal sized pony. I kind of missed that pony design of hers before they brought her back as a more Celeste style, whatever. I could tack Fluttershy. Those ponies are not that powerful. Nah, no. The ponies are ridiculous. The ponies have ridiculous power feats. Do not try power scaling My Little Pony. You got the Sonic Rain Boom. Oh gosh. I had to send for MR500 Kieran in a nutshell video. That's Fluttershy. It's so cute. It's so cute. Anger it and you signed your death warrant. Oh yeah. Rainbow Dash is a living nuke. It's true. That Panther Stealer. What we talk My Little Pony power scaling. We're power scaling for My Little Pony. Well, maybe not just power scaling. We're just talking about My Little Pony. Oh, you know, it's great. People sleep on My Little Pony. It's a good TV show. It's a good kids show. It's like, it's something the entire family can enjoy. From a distance, it looked like a broccoli. This looks like a broccoli. Ah! No, broccoli is bad for me. Oh. I say most powerful universe. 1, 40k. 2, My Little Pony, but only when it needs about 20% more power. 20% cooler. Celestia would stomp for Emperor. I'm not sure. Celestia and Nightmare. No, Princess Luna together might be able to. The fact it was canon that Pinky had a fall with Cheesecake is hilarious to me. Yeah, oh, I don't like Cheesecake though. He's one of those characters where I didn't like the episodes of him in. And then when they stopped, you know, having him in episodes, like, oh, that's good, I don't like that dude. And then at the end it's like, Pinkie Pie would take the evil Cheesecake because she's evil. She's always eating cakes. She's like the enemy of the cupcakes. You can't have she does not believe cupcakes are friends. She thinks cupcakes are food. If you look up cupcake on like 10 or gifts or whatever, one of the first gifts will be Pinkie Pie eating, just devouring a cupcake, like nom nom nom, like just one. It's like, oh, it's like horror. It's like horror to a cupcake like me. Oh gosh, that was too much. Oh no, undo, Control Z. Can be food and friends. No, only friend. She lives with a cake family. She's always devouring the cakes. Oh, that was going well, and then... Oh... Ain't there a horror fanfic of cupcakes? Maybe. I hope not. I've seen some disturbing fan work for My Little Pony before. Some of it's disturbing on the surface, but it's actually pretty funny. Some of it's just straight up disturbing.
So what do you guys and Cupcake think the MLP horses would taste like?
Ask for ogres in Warhammer, because in Warhammer Total War, My Little Pony is canon. Because one of the events you get as an ogre, if you're playing ogres, sorry, I keep flashbanging you every time I put my brush here. One of the events you can get when you're playing for Ogre Kingdoms is you come across a tribe of sentient, colourful horses. And basically the entire thing is just My Little Pony. You come across a My Little Pony town. And then at the end of it, the ogres say that they eat them all. And you get a bunch of meat for the event. And it's terrible. It's terrible. She kills Rainbow Dash and makes her into cupcakes. Oh no. No. She unalives him for how the stuff was glue thick back in the day. Oh no. Yeah, it's what's it called? Bad. Oh yeah, but you can get that event multiple times. So that suggests that throughout the Warhammer world, there's just multiple hidden villages of sentient ponies. Which means that My Little Pony is canon to maybe not 40k, but definitely to Warhammer Fantasy. And it actually makes sense in the fantasy lore because the elves used to control much of the world, and that they have all sorts of weird fantastical creatures. So the idea of magical talking horses is not that crazy, especially since they already have unicorns and pegasuses, and unicorns are already classed as intelligent. So, it's not too crazy. I kind of want someone to make a My Little Pony mod for Warhammer now. If they ever do, I'll play it. I'll play it on stream, and then we can all have fun together. Okay, how is this looking? Maybe that's a little too much of a dawn yellow. Definitely up there. I did not want to get that much. What we'll try now is the Nastrag yellow shade. Considering what happened last time when we used it, I think I definitely need to water it down. And whatever. What is it? It's a conversion of a Neuro Lictor that I made. Oh gosh, I can just imagine one day the August showing up in MLP and eating everyone on Orc War, a Skaven invasion. I imagine, considering that they've survived tens of thousands of years, that most of these little pony towns are probably actually pretty well defended. But hello, are we winning? Kind of. This is what my Neuro Lictor looks like so far. It's a bit of a mess, but it's, at the moment, it's just at the stage where it's still a mess. We're doing none of the detail. And until I get to the detail stages, I don't really bother trying to keep within the lines. Looks scary. It is scary. You want to see... I'll show you the model that it's based on. Just give me a moment. Warhammer website. Mine's not going to be as well painted. But here we go. We got to a website! Yeah! Woo! Yummy. Making another... No, it's not fried chicken. Them talking horses taste like jelly beans. Maybe they do. I don't know. Comics used to have a license for Transformers and LOP. IDW. Oh, I read that as I don't know for some reason. They made some crossover comics. Optimus Prime has met the ponies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. To be honest, I've never been a big fan of Transformers because I was never a big fan of the Michael Bay films. And all the animation. The animation was too before my time. But I really do like the Transformers 1 films. So if they continue making those things and, you know, part of that universe, I'll probably watch it. If it's still as good as Transformers 1. Let me show you those. Xenos armies, Tyranids. There should be a neurolictor here. Oh, that's the model we got yesterday. Here we go. This is what it's based on. Mine's not quite as cool as that. As you can see, it doesn't have the cool claws. Our claws aren't as long. But it's not too far off. It's not too far off the design, I think. She says Warhammer website the same way Tony Stark says Jarvis. Jarvis! Do this on me with Warhammer website. Show me a neurolictor. It's only 26 quid. Make him fried chicken colour. I don't want it to be fried chicken colour. I like the colours. Yeah, this is really good. I want to do something blue like here. But I don't know how to really. So I'm just going to be experimenting with the blues that I have. It won't be the same, but hopefully it'll give us something similar. I'm not sure how they do all these pinky tones. I think that's a wash, maybe, that they use. Except here, where they probably just use straight up paint pink. It might be detailed out now. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. Maybe I need to have another, like, a blue wash. Where, like, that's got pink. Maybe I could do the same with blue here. Because I do blue there. Yeah, if I do like a different shade of blue here, like on the knees and jointy parts. And then, I don't know, blue and yellow, does it mix that well? I don't know. Chat, has everyone seen the new Ice Age 6 and the new Shrek 5 movie? We've not seen the movies. I've seen the first trailer from the Shrek 5 film and it looks kind of meh. Ice Age 6, I've not followed any Ice Age films since 3. I want to check something. It's the Omega tank. I want to buy the Omega tank. I want to buy this. But it's constantly sold out. I'm sad. Look at that. Look at this tank. Look at that big gun platform. Big gun. Yeah. Not sure why people are freaking about how about Shrek looks. He looks like... He reminds me of Patrick Stewart. That's who he looks like to me. Patrick Stewart. It's like, well, that's not Shrek. Sorry, when I drink, I sometimes fly. He looks like... Ah! He looks like poopy. The new Shrek looks fine. To land thinks he looks fine. It's like, fine, he's dashing, he's fine. That's why he's old now. No, he doesn't look old. He just looks like Patrick Stewart. Meow! Why doesn't Fiona look old? Don't tell me it's because she was like 16 when she was stolen away, which is probably canonical. And Shrek was like 50, which is again probably canonical.
Women age more gracefully.
Not all the women. Not all the women. Let me guess, the doctor is going to have to go boss all over everything. I don't know. Doesn't he have like 6 children? Doesn't he have like 6 children at this point? Nice women do, evil ones don't. It's good I'm nice then. My daughter looks like she got hit by a truck. Look, she's an ogre. It's a law. God told me in a dream. No, the daughter looks fine. It's just Shrek looks weird to me. Sorry, I'm just like playing for little cards on my pajamas. My loungewear. Nice is not for opposite of evil. What about donkey? What about donkey? The average lifespan of a donkey is only 12 years, Talan. I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think donkey's with us anymore. We need to fix a Minecraft movie. I mean, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It looks like it definitely seems to be aimed at children for Minecraft movies, so... Average lifespan of a cupcake is 3 to 4. I'm like an immortal goddess of a cupcake. You know this. Chicken jockey, chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey, chicken jockey. Cupcakes are to be friends, not food. They last maybe about 3 hours. No. 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 Cupcakes can last forever. Look, guys. Look at all you down there. You've been here for ages. Oh, there we go. That's a nice... Oh, it's a nice... What's the niceness? The niceness has it. Okay, let's try this now. Over here. Oh. Very watered down. Oh, this is nice. I like it. Ooh. I was thinking about getting a wet palette, but then I ended up seeing somebody who... No, I ended up getting a bunch of Reddit posts at once that were all just people complaining about their wet palettes becoming mushroom hordes. I did like Gardens of Nurgle. I'm like, oh no, I don't want a wet palette. I'm fine. Jelly-filled cupcakes are amazing. Yeah, they make amazing friends. Also, by jelly, do you mean jam? Silly Americanisms. I do like how the green stuff around the legs and stuff we can't really see anymore. It's only here where I really messed up the green stuff. She's in a controlled condition pod like Mr. House. No, I'm not. Look, I run around. I do my exercise. I don't really run around. I do my exercises though. I'm staying fit. I'm staying healthy. I'm doing the bestest I can. Speaking of jelly, I remember Brock saying jelly-filled donuts. Jelly-filled donuts are my favourite. They might look like rice balls, but, you know, that's just fashion, effectively. Food fashion. Have you heard about food fashion? Getting really crazy nowadays. Everything looks like rice balls now. It's crazy. You want some pizzas? Brings out rice balls. Look, I packed Pop-Tarts, so everyone. Brings out rice balls. I got burgers. Brings out rice balls. Who wants rice balls? Pulls out burger. Exercise time! No, I'm in the middle of painting right now. I can't. But I could, it just wouldn't do me good. I don't like jelly, but I kind of like jam. Oh. I don't like jam. Makes me ill. So fruity. And fruit is bad for me. Oh, how's this looking? Oh no, it's not struck yet. Oh, it's actually not looking too shabby. That's not too shabby. I like it, I think. I love how Annihilate exists now. Primate will now chase you until it dies, then it evolves and keeps going. Oh no. Annihilate is kind of cool. I never liked Primate though. But you can probably guess why. Person with phobia of monkeys. I don't fear them, I just hate them a lot. I could beat a monkey in a fight. Beat apes. I could beat a primate in a fight. Comes to fight me, I use gun. It was super effective. I use katana. I use tactical nuke. You are tactical nucleus. It's effectively incredibly small nuclear warhead designed to be fired from the likes of artillery and other sorts of small scale stuff. Also, Ruby is getting a new season. I thought Ruby was cancelled, like indefinitely. You know, with the entirety of Rooster Teeth just falling in on itself. Apom is understandably terrifying. Yeah, I don't like Apom either. Any other monkey Pokemon? Actually, Primate's one of the few Pokemon, ape Pokemon, where I don't feel too bad about it because it doesn't feel that monkey to me. Especially when it's just in the game. It doesn't really look or act like a monkey. It's just a big fluff ball with arms, legs, and a tail. But its evolved form's not that great, but its Annihilate form doesn't look that bad either. So I did actually have an Annihilate at some point. I don't like the other form though. You know, the form after Primate before Annihilate. Or Evolution rather. How is this looking now? It's looking not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. You know what? This isn't looking too bad at the moment for colours. I think I'll try doing the blue thing I mentioned when we get to know the blue. I'll probably do the blue next, actually. I might do Agrex Earthshade, a very, very watered down, thin Agrex Earthshade, though. Then I want to do the blue, because the blue is going to be hard to do. Especially with all of the armor plates, and then I can do the purple. I have a female Gardevoir on my team. Nice! It's a shiny Mega Gardevoir. My second favourite Pokemon is shiny Mega Gardevoir. Actually, it might be my third favourite now. Top is Florantis. Second is Oh, what is it called? The grass starter. The the magician one. I think it's the newest starter. Grass starter. Where it starts as a little kitty cat. And then it evolves into a bigger kitty cat. And then it goes on its hind legs and it's like, oh, meow-tastic, meow-magician. Meowscarad, yeah, that one. Meowscarad, that's my second favourite. That's my favourite starter. And then it's Shiny Mega Gardevoir. Did you see the new trend where VTubers find Pokemon that looks like the most like them? Mine would be Sarina. If I had to guess. This model, definitely Sarina. Of course, grandmother didn't. Look, I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I don't see a lot of the trends. Well, I use Twitter very, very minorly now. Where am I going? Where am I going? Solina. Or whatever it's called. Solina Pokemon. This one. Where you go? Windows Capture 2. This is probably the one I'd have to say would look the most like me. Because it's got the correct colour scheme. Humanoid, correct colour scheme. Really full of itself. Grass types are cool. It would be Skitty. Nah, look it up. You would be Skitty. I would not be Skitty. I would not. Skitty is a cat. I'm a cupcake. Oh, goodness. Ah. I sneezed. It's like they took a photo of you when they made Skitty. I know what Skitty is. I know Skitty. Skitty's a cool Pokemon. I had it when I first played Emerald. I had a Skitty. Absolute cupcake behaviour. But that is a BDSM Pokemon. No, it's not. No, don't be crazy. That is canon, and I'm slightly uncomfortable with that since it's a kid's game. No, it's an onion. It's a big old onion Pokemon. Or is it a beetroot? I don't know. One or the other. I think she likes to step on people. And certain people like it when it steps on them. Steenie evolves into Sarina after learning Stomp. Look. Just because you like to stomp on things doesn't mean it's, you know, weird. And she's a mangosteen, not an onion. She's a mangosteen. What's a mangosteen? Mango, mango, mango. Mango, mango, sango. Yeet. Ba-doo. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh, I might need to go away again. Okay, you know, we got to get exercises done and stuff. We gotta get exercises done. So I'm going to go and get some exercises done. And because I also need to BRB. And I want to wait for this paint to dry and see how it looks once it's fully dry. And then we can get some aggressive shade and stuff done. So exercise! 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Morgrim matches your colours. Morgrim? I'd have to look that one up. Timer 5, go. If she was an onion conjurer, would be allergic. I'm not allergic to onion, it just really makes me ill. Hello. Where am I, boss? Boss Handcam. Yeah. Okay, where's my Agrax F shade? Is this it? That's late Lady Boucher. Is this it? Oh, it is. It's here. Oh. So how is it looking now? Well, look in my eyes and not for camera. Could be better. I think, honestly though, comparing it to this, I like this one better. And comparing it to this one's definitely better. There's no competition, it's just straight up better. Okay, so let's look. Which one do I want to use? I use this brush. Once again, we want to heavily water down aggressive shade. Also, did everyone have a good nice exercise break? I got some jumping jacks done. I'll try to anyway. I need to shake up this pot. Shake it up. Shake it up. Whack a bottom. Yeah. Okay, I guess I said we'll heavily water this down. Super watered down. And then splodge and go. Yeah, because other times when I've used F shade, it's been, I've had some mixed results with it on models. On the Tyranids anyway. On other models it's been amazing. On the Tyranids I've had mixed results. I think it's due to how many just smooth parts they have. Yeah. Hello, I'm back. Just needed to help my mother with something. Ooh, well we just came back from an exercise break anyway, so I hope your mother got all the help she needed and that it went well. Not seeing too much of a change with this. Yeah, so I have a question. Anyone heard of T-Rex Nakanjo? I've not.
Me mum needed help with a wee Amazon order.
Oh, wee Amazon order. Oh, wee Amazon order, eh? Was it from Scotland? A little bit of an Amazon order. You know. That's good. I'm glad you helped her. I don't use Amazon anymore. I try to avoid it whenever I can. Just not a big fan of Amazon. The company as a whole. Just too much. In Sword and Shield, if a bad guy's secretary tries to beat you with a female Fatale Pokemon, Solina, Salazzle, Frostlass, Militaric, her last resort is Garbodor. I thought it was funny. Are you telling me that Garbodor is not a femme fatale? Because I can assure you Garbodor is a femme fatale. Just got here. What are you painting? A converted neurolictor I made ages ago. It's when I got back into a hobby, I bought a Leviathan box set. And I also bought then on eBay for Tyranid half again. So I converted the Neuro Tyrant and the Hive Tyrant, not the Hive Tyrant, the Tyranid Prime into a Neurolictor and one into a Parasite to Mortrex. We're trying to do the same colour scheme as here, but better yellow. For pinks, purple's fine. Yellow, I'm still experimenting with different yellow tones. This is my first attempt, which wasn't too bad, but I just didn't like the result. And this is my second attempt. Terrible result. And this is going to be my third attempt at a different style of yellow. Now this time we're using a different yellow that I've recently got, Avalon Sunset. Basically, a manga called My Girlfriend is a T-Rex about dinosaur monster girls, and the main dinosaur girl's name is Churio, and the man's name is Ashikara Yuma. Oh. That sounds kind of weird. Oh, my
Hive Fleet Cupcon is being created by the Tyrannid Hive Mind.
It is. It's Hive Fleet Cupcon. And hello, Kill. How are you doing? And hello, Vanilla Gaming. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm currently doing the last layers of just Agrax Earthshade for the skin. And then very watered down Agrax Earthshade. Then once the skin's mostly done, we're going to do blue. We've got to do blue brains and stuff. Blue where these little things are here. Wait, maybe up here. You can see better. Yeah, do you know those things there? Autofocus, yeah. These things here. I'm going to try doing what I just saw for ignore the green stuff at back. As I said, this is when I first got back into the hobby. Some of the green stuffing is not very good. I mean, not that I'm very good at the moment. I want to get the same sorts of tools I used to use all the time. Which arguably is not very good. People say it's not a good tool, but it's the one I grew up using. Which is basically just a metal knife that you'd use for like clay sculpting and stuff. That being said, I don't think the silicone set I bought's very good. This I tried sculpting using a knife and a file, just a normal crafting knife. The Games Workshop files. And my fingers. My fingies. Okay, how is this looking then? Might have to go over it again for bits of yellow just to bring out the highlights actually. Yeah, but some Avalon Sunset should be good for that. You need to get going. See ya. Bye bye. Good luck with whatever you gotta do. Hope it goes well. Yeah. Oh, darn it. I didn't do the top of the head. I'm a silly Billy. A silly little Billy. Silly, silly Billy, Billy. Oh, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There we go. Not being exactly accurate with the way I'm colouring the skin at the moment, because I know that when I'm doing the purple here, I can just paint over all the just splodgy yellow everywhere. That yellow looks good, honestly. What kind of yellow you're aiming for? I'm not sure. Just something that makes me think that that is Tyranid flesh. Because my original attempt, the only two yellows I had were these two. Uriel yellow and Dawn yellow. And as a result, I mostly just went with a Dawn yellow. And I made the mistake of spraying from black first. So it was just very hard to paint. Didn't give me a very good thing. Then I thought, what if I paint from brown first? So it's still, these were still both undercoated black, as you can see. So I thought I would paint from the skin browny colours and flesh tones first. And then I'll go over them for different yellows. In the end, this looked kind of meh. But I was experimenting with different wet things I could do. Some of them turned out okay, some of them didn't. Then when taking the experiments that went better from here and combining it with swapping out the Uriel yellow for Avalon Sunset. Oh, that being said, when we're doing this one, I got the NASA Dreg yellow, which is actually a really good colour. It's way better than I imagined. It looks really terrible in this pot, but once you start using it, it's really fun. Like, if you use a lot of it, it turns more browny colour. But if you water it down, it gives you a nice yellow colour. So at the moment, it's not looking too shabby, although I think the highlights do need to be popped out a little bit. And maybe the shadows need to be worked in a bit more. Thinking it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. Yeah, I'll use some of this sunset colour to bring out some highlights. Just dry brush it in very gently. So I'm just trying to get it to what I don't want it to feel plastic here. Because one of the issues I have with a lot of the official Tyranid paints is that the final result doesn't feel like flesh. It feels like plastic. It looks nice. It just looks like plastic. So I'm just trying to get something that feels like skin. I just dry brush over the top again where stuff was. It's very difficult to dry brush with this paint though. Really help pop the skin colours a bit. Just pop those skin colours. I do have a different spray now for when I paint for Tyranids in the future, which will undercoat them in a yellowy brown colour. It's called Sanri Dust, I think. And that should just make the entire painting process way easier than this black undercoat. Because purple doesn't need a very dark undercoat. Nor does the blue. You can have whatever undercoat you want. The memory serves correct. To do the brain power, you want to put in the wash of one colour and then draw thin lines of the same colour connecting the grooves through. Ooh. Maybe we'll try that. Ever remember and figure out how. Okay. How does that look finally? That's not looking too bad. Hopefully it will look good once we've got everything else painted. I'll try doing for blues next. White isn't the worst, but the yellow really sucks no matter which shade you go for. Yeah, the great thing about white is that you can go for grey and it will look right if the things next to it are very dark. The thing about white that makes it not too bad painting it on black is that white, when it's dark, goes black. Or do you know, it goes to the same sort of shade as that. Well, yellow, on the other hand, it doesn't. It goes brown. Also, lots of the yellow paints just don't. They're not the friendliest paints to paint with. But yeah, I'll do for blues next. I don't want to do for purples. No, I'll do for blues. I'll do for blues. At least some of them. We'll try to do for brainy colours. Let's go with a thin brush. Let's try one of these starter brushes. Okay, so where's all my blue colours? We got McCrag blue. We've got Balafar blue, whatever it's called. I've got Talasar blue. I've got Pyla Glacier. And I've got Soulstone blue. I think what I want to do is... This one's a contrast. I want to go over in Balaf blue. And then wash it with Talasar blue. I don't want to do glacier colour. I don't know. A good farmer doesn't blame its tools. Well, what happened? Yeah, but farming's easy. You ever tried to farm, Talon? You can farm with your bare hands. You just pick up the dirt, you put your seeds in, you throw the dirt in, and then you punch at any insects that come towards it. Painting, on the other hand, you can't do that without any paints. Farming, you don't need any tools, or... The tools make it easier. Oh great, now I got a fire for octopus. Yes, that's not a typo. Welcome to Monster Hunter. Oh, you gotta fight for fire octopus, not fire for octopus. I was like, why are you firing for octopus? What did it do? Where's its union? Where's the octopus union? I've only missed the word fight. Oh, it's on fire by default. Oh, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that's a fire octopus. It's covered in oils and it's a fire monster. It sets itself on fire when angry. Does it take damage when it's on fire? Because if so, that's radical, eh? That's radical! The kids still say radical, right? Look, blue brain. Opposite doesn't take damage from its own fire. Are you sure? Because so in some games things like that do take damage from their own things. Last time I heard someone say radical was in 2012. Hey, I've said radical so many times since I've started streaming. Partly because I like to say carve cliffs radical. Like that cliff, absolutely radical. Because it's literally radical. Like it's a radical... It's a radical slope or radically steep.
Swagalicious.
Swagalicious. Oh my gosh, swag. Who says swag? And that's just old. Radical is like ancient. Radical is like from the 90s or 80s or something stupid. I don't think it was even a thing people actually said. I think it was only in films trying to look cool. It doesn't take fire, but the flame bits take more damage. So it's a bit of a glass cannon. Ooh, that's cool. That's not bad. I'm swapping brushes because that starter brush sucks. Not blaming it, just saying that it's not that great and I've got better choices. Emphasis on the cannon part, it hits like a truck. I mean, trucks don't hit that hard. I mean, have you ever been hit by a stationary truck? I mean, trucks are very, very heavy. If they collide with you, it's bad. Like when they're going a decent speed, but that's less about the truck and more just about, you know, weight and velocity and stuff. Your cousin got hit by a stationary truck. Oh no. It punched him. What's the truck called? Optimus Prime. I like Monster Hunter monster designs. It's so unique. I like the fluffy little thing I saw. There's a fluffy dragon. It was adorable. It confirmed to me. I was watching Penumbral stream it. It confirmed to me that I should never play Monster Hunter because the monsters are just too cute. Oh. Brain. Oh, there's brainy parts back there too, I just realised. I can paint that too, I guess. There's brain bits at the front, brain down there. Okay, it's actually hard to tell where all the brain parts starts and where it ends. Yes, he ran full force into it for revenge because your other cousin got hit by it. Wait, what's the revenge for? The Decepticons? Your brother supported the... Your cousin supported the Decepticons. Oh no. Oh no, that's illegal. I like the blue. Thank you. It's a very nice blue. It's called Baromoth blue or something like that. Baromoth blue. What high fleet you painting? High fleet Cupcon. It's yellow and purple. Kind of. Oh, that's too much paint there. It's a high fleet that's based on the colours of my original design. I have the same blue. I use it with plasma guns. Yeah, this is actually the reason I got this, and apparently this contrast is really good with it. Looks like delicate. It's not too delicate for the moment. That's why I'm not using my actual delicate work brushes. But I don't want to ruin the yellows I've painted, so I'm being careful. To not mess up the yellows. Doesn't matter if I mess up the black areas because that's where I've not painted yet. Oh, I like this song. I'm thinking about hiring someone to make a background music for me. I'm still thinking about it because it's expensive and I don't really know what background music I'd want instead. I definitely want some. I don't want to do what other VTubers do and they've just got one song that plays forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I'd want like 30 minutes of different tunes. And then I can use copyright bots to find and detect the music and... I hate when I go to someone's stream and they have background music with lyrics. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want that sort of background music. That would honestly be difficult. I'd be distracted constantly because now I've actually made it now so that I can hear my own background music when I'm streaming. Before I couldn't hear it, I just what's it called? Only you guys could hear it. Well, I've changed it since then, so I can hear too. Soon she will hear her own BGM while not listening, just like us. And that's always been the case. Oh, but yeah. Oh yeah, for those who weren't here earlier, I've now got a new membership tier if you just want to use emotes. It's 99p, the cheapest I can make it. There we go. Wizard 101 music copyrighted? I have no idea, probably. There's a lot of music you can in theory use. Like if it's in a video game and it's a popular video game, you can probably use the music without getting caught by YouTube copyright bots. But the issue is if you get caught by a person, you can still get sued for it and stuff and completely demonetized. Because they'd be like, you find use that music if you're playing our games. But you're not playing our game.
There is also a $9.99 tier where I send you videos of me driving really fast in school zones.
No, 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 no. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. There's an $8.99 tier, which is just for if you're super wealthy. If you're super wealthy, you got too much money and you want to spend it. That's a tier for you. No, Conjure, it's $9.99. For me, it's $8.99. Look, if I go to my own membership area, memberships, see perks infos. But either way, it's $8.99 for me. How many paints are you using for this colour scheme? I don't know. 4 for the yellow. Actually 5. No, 4. 4 for the yellow. 2 at the moment for the blue. Might be 3. I'll probably use at least 1 red for the eyes. And then there's at least 2 for the purple. In which I paint for purple. I paint a grey over it. And then I've got a purple contrast to use. I think this one's meant to be watered down. So we'll try it. There we go. How is that looking? Oh gosh, you can barely see it on the camera. You just look. You can just see the other color. I definitely did just add a contrast blue over it though. Okay, you can see it. You can see it. Good, good. Nice. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too shabby to me. He's got that early invincible colour scheme. No, 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 no. It's not a he. It's a femme because it's a tyrannid. We don't have gender. The only gendered tyrannids are the women because they give birth to the other tyrannids. And then it's more of a fae anyway because it's like, you know, they didn't have. It's all asexual reproduction. Also, no, we're going to add purple eventually. It's just going to be the last... No, it's not going to be the last thing we do. It's just going to be the last major colour part that we do. Yeah, it's looking not too shabby, actually, that blue. It's not perfect. Definitely not perfect. And how I'd want it to be. But it's certainly looking nicer. Like your mum. What's for gender? They got no gender for Tyranids. They got none of those dangly bits, none of those other bits, no bits at all. They just got stabby stabs. They just stab you and slice you and shoot you. I think they're male Tyranids, but they're the ones that act of their own volition while still being of a hive mind. I believe that that technically the ones that give birth to other Tyranids are often referred to as female, such as the non-queens and so on. I believe hive tyrants and the like, and you know, the non-assimilators and stuff like that have been referred to as female and male before. But I don't really think that means they have a gender though. You then got the gene stealers, and sometimes the gene stealers look very feminine, sometimes they look very masculine. Like, do you know, the different mutations and stuff they have. But I think that's just more to manipulate the targets rather than anything else. Tyranids are cupcakes, and cupcakes are meant to be eaten. No, they're not meant to be eaten! Tyranids you can eat. Cupcakes you can't, because it's bad. It's wrong. It's wrong. Cupcakes are good old friends. They're good old friends, they are. Okay, I'm going to try using this glacier contrast, see how it looks. Very weird contrast. Seems to vanish when you put it on. Like, we'll just paint it here. What does it even look like? It's just nothing. It's just like making it wet. We tried using this last time, but it was very hard to see the effect on such small things when we were trying to paint it over blue. But potentially now we're painting it over these large brain areas, we can actually look at what the effect it gives pretty easily. Oh gosh, and for the parts of the brain are missed, it's just there. Oh. Tyranids only occasionally eat themselves. Actually, they very often eat themselves. Especially the dead Tyranids. They'll eat the dead Tyranids. How does that look? Well, it's looking a little better. Once that dries, it could be cool. I think I'll go back over with this lighter colour. Just like get one of my detail brushes and go over the raised parts with it. But now I need to do these bits here. Yeah. Sadly. Also, this little spore set. I might as well paint them blue. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, look how the Neuro Tyrant's painted. Very bright blue. That boy's brain box be glowing. Very bright blue.
That boy's brain box be
sorry,
glowing.
I stole your comment again. I'm sorry, Cuptle. Forgive me. Don't, Cuptle. It's not my... Ah! Oh, goodness. Windows capture. Yuck.
She keeps stealing my comments. Where is the police when you need it?
Oh, why are your pupils dilating so much? Do you mean like why I keep going like this? This is... Well, if I open my eyes really wide, my pupils go... But otherwise, it's just an animation. My pupils are just constantly doing that. I'm not evil. You can't prove it. Wait, you have proven it. It doesn't mean I'm evil. It just means I've got devil horns and fire eyes. Oh, Timonids. Where's the neuro... Where's the neuro tyrant? Sorry. Neuro tyrant, give me a neuro tyrant. Wow, do they paint it down a little heady head? How do they... There it is. Okay, they paint that as normal flesh, so I'll do the same here. Oh, they don't paint that as skin, they paint that as the brain. I'm painting as skin. That's... Oh, is that tyranny? That's a person's head down there. Oh gosh, yeah, there's a little person's head down there. Just here, look there. You can barely tell, I can barely tell. Wait, does detect evil work with your mommy form? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, yeah. Well, I need to paint that area as yellow then. Well, give me a moment. I need to run away again because I've been drinking too much water. I've been drinking too much water. BRB soon. Because people love tyrannids. That's why we have more product listings. Stupid green. No one likes green lights. No one likes green lights. Not even your mum. Also, I beat Dr. Hot Talk. He still hurts. I don't like losing half my health bar when it hits me. But thankfully I've got the timings kind of down. Nice. I'm glad you won. But I'm sad that the Hot Talk died. Also, what are the vent tubes and the cephalopods called for bits they breathe through? Gosh, that's where it breathes fire, and I'm pretty sure it has a pin where it does. It point blank to you. Oh, there's the amount of product listing is the amount of pictures available compared to Grey Knights. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Some listings, I think it's because the Tyranids are more modern. They got newer models. I find most of the newer products that they release that aren't online only, they have quite a lot of pictures of them. Like, have you seen the Necromunda ones? They're ridiculous, some of those pictures. They have so many. Siphon, maybe? Siphons, that's it. Oh, is it? I never knew that. Oh gosh, I didn't wash the brush before. Okay, how is this looking now we put the frost on it? Let me turn the lights off because it's way too bright for you guys to see the model properly. There we go. It's still not great. I think some known oil could actually be good on this thing. Now it's too dark. It is too dark. There's a little light here. Let's turn that off and try it. And then autofocus. There we go. That's how it looks. Ooh, you can see just about where I missed some of the yellow at the edges. It's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad at all. I think it definitely, yeah, I want to go over the highlighty lines again with this colour. Say known oil again. Known oil! Toei is off their meds. Toei? Sentai News. The Green Season is an 87-year-old man who stands to gain his youth back. He is in a young body so he can fight in the contest at all. But it wears off unless he eats eggs. Americans are screwed. Don't go to America. The cost of eggs is ridiculous. Oh, goodness. Not just the cost of eggs. The cost of loads of things there is ridiculous. Okay. We'll use this as we go to paint for little bits of whatever. We had a chicken pandemic, a bunch of them died. Oh. Is this because you don't vaccinate your chickens? Because I know that's one of the reasons you guys have to freeze your eggs, because it means you have to clean your eggs because your chickens aren't vaccinated. And that means they have to clean the eggs, which removes the protective layer. Which means that the eggs have to be kept refrigerated. In Europe, we don't have to worry about that. In Britain as well, because the chickens are vaccinated.
Blame K-Trax for this, but normal people, you can't hear pictures. Us, Gamers sees a picture of a Nern root.
Goes near bridge. Skyrim player just breaks down crying. Where's the Nern root? Where's the Nern root? I can hear it. I can hear the Nern root. It's like there's no Nern root under the bridge. It's just a video game. Not helped. The cops are... I felt that. Darn it. We can hear those across the map. Every single time I come to a bridge. I actually have had that happen before. It's like, do those bridges where you get the Nern root, especially in Round Right Run, where you've recently picked it, but you can still hear it, and then you realise you're just imagining it. Oh, I had a sip of milk now. I'm dying of a toilet. It's lactose. Oh, you're lactose intolerant. Yeah, I'm not lactose intolerant. Kind of, I guess I am, in a way. But yeah, lactose does not sit well with me and my stomach issue. Wait, eggs don't need to be refrigerated if we vaccinate. Yeah, eggs don't need to be refrigerated. In Britain, we don't refrigerate eggs. If the chickens are vaccinated, but it's because of it. I believe, from what I read, it's about vaccinations of the chickens, and because the American public don't like vaccinations very much, the chickens don't get vaccinated. Unfortunately, this also means the chickens are at risk of pandemics. Which obviously just happened. But also, apparently measles is making quite a comeback and people don't understand it, and they're having measles parties in America. And that's crazy to me. You really need to update your health education. Oh, that being said, people are having those types of parties over here with a big pandemic. It's like, oh gosh. Why, you idiots? We're taught this. We're taught about these things in school. Why don't you... Bird flu is going around in the States. Yeah. Confusing it for chicken pox, clearly. Yeah. No, some of them are aware that it's measles. They just don't understand that it doesn't act in the same way that chicken pox does. It's crazy. There's parts of America that have issues with vaccines I purposely understand. Yeah, well, it's not just parts. There's certain people there, but there's enough people that it unfortunately affects entire industries. It is crazy. Bird flu. Bird flu. It wasn't that long ago we had mad cow disease. Oh, that being said, we actually have an issue at the moment with not enough bananas. At least in one of the big supermarket chains doesn't have enough bananas. So bananas are being selling out. There's a belief it causes autism. It doesn't. Well, I have autism. And I got vaccinated. Oh, idiocracy. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm going to get a different brush out. One that's I've got a more control point on it. And then I'm going to paint little thin lines all around here. Oh gosh, having a thin brush I can actually control because it doesn't splay. It's very nice. So I'm holding it very close to me. Yeah, I'm just putting little highlights on it. I might go over again with a very watered down grey to do the same thing. Autism runs rampant through those kinds of people. Yeah, no, we're going for wrong subject. We need to go into happy subjects again. Warhammer. Do you think they have vaccines in 40k? They probably do, don't they? Like, how backwards do you think medicine really got in the 40k universe? Or do you think it's not backwards at all? Like, is medicine, basic medicine standards in 40k better than modern day medicine standards? As in, like, in terms of, if you got to see a doctor, would they be able to treat you better than a normal person? Than a normal doctor today? We're not counting the ones that like see to rogue traders and give them crazy upgrades and stuff. We're not counting those ones. We're talking more like your local medic, your personal doctor for your middle class person. And on average, like surely there's certain planets where they've got some amazing medicine. And there's certain planets where no one knows medicine. Corpse starch is Krieg bodies, yeah. I heard a story of a woman who didn't vaccinate her children. One of them developed autism. She was so upset about it. A commenter responded with, at least they can vaccinate the child now. Probably depends on where you sit in the Imperium's hierarchy. Yeah, I imagine at the very top, you would get good stuff. But it's like, do you think they understand some basic concepts like, you know, how disease is spread? Or do you think they have more of a medieval understanding, just mixed with some Dark Age tech that can fix stuff? I forget to appeal this, and especially the Black Templars are often joked to be the most artistic space marines. What do you mean they're not artistic? They are just beautiful, beautiful boys. Who are dedicated to... Oh gosh, they're artistic. Okay, I think this is looking pretty nice at the moment. I think a very watered down Noon oil could be very good here though. Sorry, my glasses keeps tapping my microphone pop filter. If there's a weird clicking noise. Upset because the kid might have a rough life? I don't know. I don't know. I'm fortifying this position. I fortify every position that I'm at because I'm just so good. I'm so big. It's hereditary. Is it hereditary? I know that when it comes to DNA, there's a lot of stuff that people don't understand, especially average people. And chromosomes and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's very hereditary. Hello, Echo. How you doing? Oh, I do. Very hereditary. My dad's side of the family have some kind of learning disorder, with very few who got lucky. Oh, I know on my mother and father are probably autistic, if I'm entirely honest. At least just somewhere on the spectrum. I'm definitely autistic. My brother is probably autistic. My sister, I'm not sure if she is. Well, that being said, my brother and my sister are half brother and sister. So... doing average. You're doing average. Well, that's better than bad. Better than bad. I always used to say my illness is... I wasn't... because they didn't know what my illness was, I wasn't sure if it was hereditary or not. And I wasn't sure if I'd pass it on to any children. So I was like, you know what? I'm never going to have a child if ever going to have to live with my illnesses. And then little did I know. Never going to have a child. I can't, so that's fine. My brother and I are my youngest sister is maybe, but my second youngest sister got lucky, so it's 3 out of 4 children. Ooh. Thankfully, my version of autism it doesn't really give me any learning disability or anything. It's pretty bad, but as in, like, I'm very autistic. It just makes it very difficult for me to integrate into society. And to be, like, literally, I had, like, a mental health person who was, like, meant to help me. And she's like, you know, it probably would be best if you actually just spent most of your time alone, because I don't think it would affect you mentally negative like it would most people. And it seems that you'll get more negatively affected by being around people. I'm like, that sounds great. If I had £1 million, I would live alone. That being said, my mother's pretty certain that her autism and my stomach condition are connected. And there has been studies actually done about, like, the connection between IBS, stomach issues, and autism. A lot of them are very inconclusive. My mother doesn't really understand how to read a research paper, though. Okay, this is looking kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna try once again too. There we go. Look how that looks. It's looking pretty nice. That brain. The brain looks too good. The rest of the body looks terrible by comparison. No! Many autistic people have other conditions along the ride. Yeah! Not gonna lie, Cup, and I hope it doesn't sound mean. You're a girl who likes Warhammer. I'm convinced at this point that combo puts you deep in the spectrum. To be quite frank, I am very deep in the spectrum. I'm very deep. I'm one of those ones who... They told me that most people like me, who are as bad as me, end up having to be in full-time care because they mentally just can't cope with the universe around them. But most of them don't have a ridiculously high IQ like me. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm just nerfed. It's as they say, I'm just nerfed. I'm just nerfed. So apparently I can deal with the universe better just because I have a better capability of understanding the universe. I might not like it, but I understand it. Well, that being said, the further you get down the scale, the more likely you are to end up having, like, be very dumb, as it were. Like, people often have this idea of autism is related to intelligence. Like, very autistic people are often very intelligent. That's a sort of idea. At least that used to be, like Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. Stupid thing. But yeah, it turns out the vast majority of autistic people actually slide down that scale of intelligence. Some of them can be up there, but that's generally when you find an autistic person who actually does well in society, it's because they are unusually intelligent and as a result are capable of thriving despite their autism and all the things that otherwise it would set them back. And the worse they are, the more intelligent they effectively have to be to continue, you know, thriving and surviving. So it's crazy. That being said, it's like I've seen some autistic people who do know they struggle to survive, but then it's like they struggle to talk as well, but then they're like really, really good at art or something crazy like that. Because they just like dedicate the entire time just to doing art. And they're just like singularly focused on it. It's like, oh my goodness. This person can barely talk, but when they paint, they're just like, it's like what, they're just masters at it. We can't just have one condition. Got to do a shopping dash to get as many conditions as possible. Yep, that's true for me. I have trouble learning and basically have trouble socially. I was basically a weirdo until high school where for some reason everyone chilled out, though people say that's because everyone was depressed. I actually had most of my... it wasn't to where I was autistic at all growing up until I was in university. And high school was hell for me. And it's probably because I was autistic that people singled me out and stuff. Anxiety-related things affect the guts, and autism often has loads of... Yeah, anxiety is not good. And depression. Elon Musk can afford the best support available with caffeine on the side. I have high-functioning autism, though. I'm not very good academically because I share symptoms of ADHD. Oh... I was always saved academically by the fact that I was just really, really good at mathematics. Like, I went into it, I didn't have to study for mathematics, and like half of my physics courses and stuff, I just could do them. Because it just felt natural for me. And this also held me up in a lot of other subjects. But I really struggled with language. And writing. Actually, I did become an author. I became an author and somehow I did not do that well in English Lit at school. Actually, no, English Lit I did better in because I was good at writing stories. Although that's actually mostly my dyslexia. Most of my bad marks I got actually turned out to be dyslexia. Which I didn't know I had because the high school hated me if I didn't offer to check for any of this stuff. But language... History, I always struggle to remember names and dates. Don't know if that's autism or not. Probably, possibly. I don't know. I know other people who can't remember names and dates and they don't have autism. So that always held me... I did okay at it, but I'm one of those households where if you don't get an A, you did really study. You didn't do well. I mostly got B's across the board when it came to non-mathematics stuff. History isn't your special interest, so you don't... Actually, I do really enjoy history. I just forget things. I just forget names and places, and I get them mixed up in my head. It's like sometimes when I'm talking, I just randomly call someone for the wrong name or say the wrong name or whatever, which I'm constantly afraid I'm accidentally not going to say Cupcake. I always hated book reports. What does this part of a book mean? Read it yourself. I was okay at that stuff. I was bad in one area of English. After I got ill in year 9, I had to drop half of it for half I was better in. Which one that was, I can't remember now. Forming an exam is a skill in itself. Yeah. I always do worse in exams than I do in like homework and coursework and stuff. Hate exams. Warhammer is my special interest. Yeah, but I still forget stuff there as well and get things mixed up. No, I actually have loads of special interests. I love history. I love reading about history. I get mixed up with a lot of stuff, especially when and where things happened. And like who is who. It's like I constantly get confused between Emperor Nero and, is it Constantine or whatever? I can't remember. Is it called Constantine? Constant. Something. It's something. I get confused between the, but I think, do I? Yeah. I'm confused. Oh, but no, there's, what do I want to do for yellow here? Yeah, language was what I struggled with the most for. Trying to learn French, Latin, all of that stuff sucked. I managed to drop French and replace it with Latin eventually for my exams. But the Latin was great because 50% of it was history. But it wasn't super, you didn't have to be super accurate with it. So I could do that. I could get the marks to pass Latin because 50% of it was just history. I could get B's in history. I struggled to get A's and stuff because, again, I struggled with names and dates. But a lot of history is comprehension, type tests and so on, and writing blocks of things, which getting names confused and dates confused just lose your marks, but it doesn't lose you enough marks to get a failing grade on it. Constantinople. Yeah, that's the one. I try to tell people I suck at exams because of the pressure. They say it's an excuse. Well, that's well then, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it's true. A lot of people suck at exams through that. It's not just autistic people, but it definitely affects certain people more than others, especially those with severe anxiety issues. I can see the reason for exams though, because it's like, if you have an anxiety issues in your exam, then you're probably going to have anxiety issues in the workplace too and other things. That being said, it's like me, I do really well in coursework. Like when I was at university, I got 100% on most of the courseworks, 98. And this is university. 60% is considered a good grade in university. But then when it came to exams, I struggled to do well in them. I struggled to pass half of the exams. For some reason, my ability to do exams actually just dropped when I went to university. That's because my anxieties got worse. I struggled to make any friends. I ended up just being stuck in my room. My health got worse. And for one time I did try to make friends. I say for one time, I tried joining a few clubs and it just made me feel very ostracized. So I just avoided it in the end. I think that just completely destroyed my mental health, my anxiety, my health was bad. I was just, by the time I got to the exams, it was just basically anything I remembered, I just forgot immediately. I was like, oh. But that being said, as soon as you go to a workplace, like if you go to physics, as soon as you enter any sort of workplace thing, you constantly are using your phone. You're constantly just opening up Google and Wikipedia or, you know, some science. You might have a book downloaded on your phone that you just use for easy reference, or you just have a big notes app. Are you just constantly looking at it? You don't bother remembering anything. You might have a notebook that's just filled with notes. It's like, I think, was it Einstein himself or one of the big physicists basically said, what's the point of remembering anything when I've got books? Exercise time, never. So what was with can't have a child thing, it kind of dropped out? Oh, I can't have children. I can't have children. That's just a thing, I can't have them. Oh gosh, oh god, calling religious texts the place I went to sixth form was a religious school, and I'm so glad I dodged that. I went to a religious sixth form as well, but they weren't religious, like, they didn't force religion upon you. They were just run by a Christian group. It was actually run by a Catholic group. But they allowed Protestants in, they allowed atheists in, they allowed Hindus, Islamic people, Muslims rather. They allowed anybody in. They didn't force whatever. You'd find them for wars and so on. You know, things like pictures of Jesus and, you know, some statements here and there. But for the most part, it was a very, I believe they used to be very, very overly zealotly religious in their early history. But by the time I got there, they were just very, they liked to practice the charity aspect of Christianity massively. So the entire thing is that they wanted to educate people. For people who ran the schools effectively, they were entirely obsessed with just wanting people to be educated, to be taken care of, and to, you know, have charities. But they were in contact with a lot of charity groups and stuff, and trying to help people. Like, they're really, really good for anyone with disabilities, and anyone who ever needed extra help. I was like, oh, good. Like, that's one of the reasons why sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't mind religious people, at least when they're like, you know, they're friendly. I liked that. I liked that sixth form. It was a very nice sixth form. College was chiller, and mine collapsed in the last semester and couldn't function. Oh no. Oh no. It was just 2 WWs and videos about Jesus. Oh no, that's a horrible history lesson. I must have gotten lucky because my high school had an IB program, so I avoided people putting religion in things. What's an IB? I don't know that, sorry. Yeah, once I got to sixth form, the school chilled out, but prior to that, it was 5 hours a week RE studies type deal. Oh, back when I went to school, RE, religious studies, was a very important thing. Everyone had to do it, and you had to have exams on it. But it wasn't just Christian stuff. Yeah, they taught you about the different religions, which I actually really like because I really love religious mythology. We never learnt the Shintoism, which I was sad about. But it was mainly the big ones: Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Catholic. Well, Christianity split into Catholic and Protestant. Mostly the history about from the Abrahamic religions, obviously. How they're all connected, where they diverged. It was okay, but I got to skip most of that because I chose to study Greek, ancient Greek, which was ancient Greek history and ancient Greek alphabet, and for, you know, just learning Greek. I didn't have to do any exams on it. It just meant that I missed religious studies. And that's the reason I did it, because I didn't really enjoy religious studies because I felt they didn't really teach it very well. I didn't enjoy it, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to study ancient Greek, and then I'll just study religious mythology in my own time. I know someone who had a really bad endotrophus. One doctor literally suggested getting pregnant as a way to alleviate it. Oh yeah, one of my best friends has an issue like that. And finally she got a doctor just to prescribe her the actual medication that cures it. But it took her forever and having to fight doctors to finally do it. And it's because the medication means that you won't be able to get pregnant while on it. And it could potentially harm your chances in the long run. And just like, look, I'm in agony every single, for half my life effectively. I don't want to deal with this. And for finally did it. I think it was actually a male doctor that prescribed her. None of the female doctors she had would prescribe it to her. IB is for preparing for college. I never did it because I was struggling hard enough with lack of sleep in class. Oh. I always got into trouble for asking my RE student my RE teacher if it hurt when we stepped on God. Dumb kid me not grasping omnipresence offended her. Oh, that's mean. That is horrible. Apparently IB was originally for Europe, so you avoid a lot of America stuff. Oh. Oh, I know America. In America, aren't your exams all multiple choice? We don't get that in Britain. We have some multiple choice exams, but that's own. They're not all multiple choice. Where some of the questions are multiple choice, but that's relatively rare, and it's only for early GCSE levels. I don't mind hearing religions out. In fact, my curiosity often gets the better of me, but my secondary school managed that on 1 hour a fortnight, 5 hours per week would be hell. To be honest, that was actually my issue with the RE, in which my main issue was that it just glossed over so much of history and so much of the religions, because it was just 1 hour a week studying it effectively. I was like, that's not enough. We need to be learning about these more in depth. Like, can't we learn about the mythology and stuff? As a result, it upset me. It upset me. I love my mythology. I love my mythology. In the end, the woman I know got an extra endometrium removed, uterus included. Oh, I had endo really bad too. Took over 10 years for anyone to take me seriously. Yeah, it's really... People don't take it seriously. The Sarah deputy head teacher held an assembly where she called Buddha the Indian Jesus. Thankfully, I don't think most people would get offended by that. They'll just find it amusing. Oh gosh, how is this going? Is this... Okay, now it's dried. Honestly, it looks pretty good. I think some known oil might be good for it. Let's try some known oil. That's so off pace, that's hilarious. Christianity really has has mythology. It does have mythology. I enjoyed actually, in Spain, there was in northern Spain, do you know, back when they were being invaded by oh, what's the names? Islamic groups. And you had the Christian groups up in the northern mountains. There's this story of I think for a long time people believed it was just a legend, it wasn't true at all. But there's a story of like this king of Asturias, something like that. I can't remember the name. And he had to fight against an army. And if they were in a valley and they weren't sure what they were going to do because they were massively outnumbered. And this army had been out on a campaign, this Islamic army, and was coming back. And they took shelter in a cave where they ended up finding a shrine. I think it was to the Mother Mary. And when he was in the shrine, he took it as a sign that he should fight. And as a result, they did fight and they won. But the entire thing was so fantastical that people just didn't believe it until, like, people thought it was just mythology, like King Arthur and the sword and stuff like that. Until they actually found the still intact shrine in a mountain. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's not just mythology, it's history. It's historical, or at least it's partially historically accurate. We don't know how historically accurate the entire thing is, but it's at least partially historically accurate, and that's what I find hilarious. Technically, it wasn't for Ottomans. It was before the Ottomans were a thing. It was, this is very ancient times, early medieval period. It was after the first great caliphates took over, you know, most of northern Africa, and then they took over southern Spain, or southern Iberia, I should say. And Spain at the time was mostly tribal groups, led for tribal kings. Moors, yeah, the Moors. Being inspired by a hidden statue is one of the more believable things, honestly. Yeah, but I think the entire thing is that it was obviously the original story was blown a bit out of proportions and like being visited by the people, but still it. But it was also just the fact that they managed to win the battle at all, which I think people found quite fantastical about it. Oh, darn it. It's like, yes. But Christianity has a lot of... Actually, Christianity, because it evolves from Judaism, and because that itself evolves from a variety... Well, it's not evolved, it has a long evolutionary path itself and has been influenced by various other religions. Abrahamic religions in general have a lot of cool mythology going on. That definitely should not be underestimated. Norse mythology is pretty fun, but I often think it's a bit overrated just to how popular it is nowadays due to Thor and Lord of the Rings and stuff. As a writer, religious mythology is often a massive... Like, if you're just struggling for things to write about, just read up on your religious mythology. King Arthur, I'd say, would count as religious mythology as well. But, well, potentially religious mythology. There's definitely a lot of religious stuff going on in there. And had a massive influence on Britain. And the nobility and so on. And honestly, France for that matter. Okay, is a watered down known oil helping? I hope it does. I wanted to water it down just so it doesn't make it too dark. Oh, already that looks so cool. Yeah, the brain's looking so good. I wonder if that would look good here. I might want to do on those skin bits there actually some blue contrast. The whole thing with King Richard is supposedly he was one of the wise men who went to see baby Jesus and his brother tried to take over and he's like, what? Is that El Cid you're talking about? It might be, I have no idea. As I said, I'm not good at names or dates and stuff. Read look into Old Testament lately. A lot of strange bits most don't mention. Yeah, but also one of the things is look up different versions of the Bible and like what they've said, because different versions of the Bible have different stories in them or different translations of those stories, and they can be interesting to read about. Norse would have been cool without the influence of modern culture. Definitely a religion born of very unique peoples. Yeah. Well, the whole thing with yeah. And then, yeah, most of what we know of Norse stuff is from a Christian writer who altered some things. That's actually a big issue of that modern historians have to deal with quite a lot now. And that's because of Victorian era historians writing their own history. Because, like, they read about failed... Go into Egypt and stuff, read about something, then go, that can't possibly be correct, and just alter it. And there's just so much history that needs correcting still. Some of it's been corrected. Some of it's been corrected, but it hasn't yet made its way to the modern people. So people still will usually not know the actual truth behind stuff. So yeah, let's see if doing a blue thing here will help make that skin just feel very thin. Or is it just going to make it look green? I think it's just going to make it look green. Yeah, that's not going to look good. Biggest issue of Biblic history is the Egyptians. They wrote stuff down. Constantly one of the most bookish civilizations ever. Explosions. Explosions. I mean, the fact they write stuff down, though, is also very good. Except for the fact that so much of what they wrote down has been edited. Like, for certain pharaohs and stuff who have existed, and they've been etched into walls, and then the etchings were removed, the walls were smoothed out, and then they etched something over it. But probably to write that person out of history, but sometimes they've been written out of history like 1,000 years later. And we know this because of modern technology. We can see where things used to be etched and so on. Oh, wasn't there also a city in Egypt where it was once really prosperous, and because the Nile River passed by, but then the flow of the Nile River changed, and as a result, it ended up quite far away from the water, and they literally just took it apart and rebuilt it somewhere else. I'm pretty sure I watched a documentary about where they said that happened, although you never know with documentaries how truthful that is. I never bothered looking it up. Oh, that looks so cool. I think we did the brain well. The skin sucks. Brain, good. Oh, that's good. I like it. Oh, I have to paint Abaddon's face now. Oh, no, faces. Yeah, as soon as I noticed there's a head down there that's got flesh on it, I was like, oh no, I don't want to paint that.
What if we take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else? Egyptian edition.
Yay! That's actually not an uncommon thing to do, though, is it, in history, of, you know, picking up a place and just moving it elsewhere. Pretty sure, didn't they do that with, Oh, that's what happened to Stonehenge. Apparently, isn't it? Not only was it built with stones from all over the country, but they literally, some of the stones from Stonehenge are believed to have been part of a different circle elsewhere, and they just moved it. Actually, if you learn about the history of stone circles in Britain, it's quite interesting. Apparently, it starts up north. The first ones that we're aware of are up north in Orkney or something like that, around those areas.
I wanted to invest in an Egyptian construction company, but it turned out to be a pyramid scheme.
Ha! Brain looks great. Thank you. What's the issue with the skin? I don't know. I don't think the skin looks that good. Maybe it does. We got to paint all the purples on. The skin still goes over a lot of these black areas where it's not meant to be. So we'll do the purple. Actually, still need to do the yellows here. There we go. Just there. You can barely see. Autofocus. Here. Autofocus. Okay, doesn't want to focus. That made it even worse. Okay, whatever. You can roughly see there's a bunch of little holes there that need to be painted skin colour. And same goes on that side. Other than that, I guess we can just do the purple, see how it looks. It looks okay, it looks okay. Then we can do the blues here, see how it looks. I might try doing what we saw on the Neurolictor online and go into all of the joints and put the blue colours there. Or at least some shade of blue. I don't think I'll go with a light blue. I think I'll go with maybe a McCrag blue. Or maybe a soulstone. No, I want a light blue. I don't think I have a good blue for it. Maybe, yeah, this one plus this one. Yeah, maybe if we go for the same thing, just make it a bit darker. And then we can use some blues here. Oh, the nice light blue might be very nice just to like create those same sort of gradients that they had. Because I do like the idea that it has blue blood. That's one of the things I wanted it to be. The blue bloods. The coppers! That bit of skin is meant to be brain colour. Or in this case, thin. Yeah, this bit of the skin here is meant to be it's meant to be blue colour. When I was looking online, it's like, oh yeah, it's meant to be blue. But I'm like, you know what? I like the idea of it being thin skin. So that's why I tried going over with a bluey thing. Actually, that looks pretty good. It does make it look very thin there, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll go with it. I'll do the same when it comes to the skin here. I'll go with more of that blue coating. And then I'll take this and just do a very, very thin layer of that. Or maybe just the edges and stuff to... Oh, maybe not this one. Maybe maybe a very thin soulstone could be good there. Just like in areas to make it feel like the blue's coming through. It's blueberry jam, which is edible. Blueberry jam is edible. I don't like blueberries though. Oh, yeah, we'll try painting more of this next week. I might try to do some of the colours off stream if I find time. Hopefully I will, because I should have more time. This being said, when it comes to Warhammer, I have hundreds of bases to magnetise. I have 14 night goblins I want to make, 20 hobgoblins, 5 on foot goblin characters, 1 on a giant squig goblin character, and then an orc character on the back of a massive warg that I want to make. And then I want to magnetise their bases. And then I want to make a whole load of dwarves. I just want to get all of my Warhammer Old World stuff built and made up so that I can get rid of all the boxes. Blueberries are purple. It's a reference. It's a reference. Hi, Sky Cow. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Big hearts. We're just yapping now. Do you like how I've painted a brain? The brain's good for skin. Maybe I'll improve it. Maybe we'll try to improve it. After that, I do have one big painting project I do want to do. And that's, I've got a Black Templar... Oh, what's it called? I forgot its name. Giant transport vehicle. Big resin brick. I have Mastodon. I have a big Mastodon that's already undercoated, mostly undercoated, that I want to paint. Yeah, the Mastodon. Yeah, put some purple on it. I am going to put some purple on this thing. If the purple is going to be the same purple colour scheme we've got here. I do like the purple we've got here. If I can do the colour scheme I want for the blue on the joints and stuff and it looks good, this model will hopefully look really good by the end. And then hopefully, I'll just repaint this guy. Yeah. I'll repaint his wings at the very least. So when your transport is so big...
Cupcakes do not say such things.
It gets Titan grade void shields, otherwise known as overcompensation. The one thing I wish it had is the assault ability, you know, assault ramps, where you can charge the same term you disembark from it, because you can't do that with a Mastodon. So what I do, I've got 2 squads of 20 Black Templar Crusaders on it. 1 squad is armed fully with power fists and chainswords. The other squad is armed with incinerators, or whatever they're called. This is partly just so I have loads of spare Black Templar power fists to put on other models. But no, the reason being is that what will happen is that they'll both disembark, won't be able to charge you, But for squad that has overshooting capability will shoot and then will overwatch you when you try to countercharge or try to move away. So yeah, that's what I do with them. And I've got 2 mastodons. Each one has 2 squads of 20 on board. And they're part of my siege force. Cuptle will always be surprised by Titan falls, as they cannot say it. True. Titan. Every time I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you want to get around that, just say tie as in T-I-E and then space tan, or just like or what's it for little cross, but not cross, for little line. Dash, not dash. Is that a dash? I can't remember.
Please stop, you're making my painting itch worse and I have nothing to ease it.
You have nothing. Buy more Warhammer! Buy more Warhammer. Build it, paint it, build it, paint it, build it, paint. I want to get another spray can actually, because I can't use any airbrushes in here because there's just not enough room for an airbrush setup and I don't want to damage my computers. I just whacked everything. You got to see my pajama. You got to see my loungewear. Thankfully, my feet are hidden under the desk. There's no free feet for you. Oh wait, Mastodon doesn't get an info. I think it does. Doesn't it get void shields? I can't remember. You can paint some stuff for me if you like. You can paint some stuff for me. I've got hundreds of models that are not painted. And with the rate that we're painting them, half a model a stream, I'm not finishing anytime soon. But yeah, let me look up Mastodon because I got my siege force here. 6 detachment siege force. Oh no, it's not for siege force. It's the mobile battle group. Oops. Mastodon, 610 points. Abilities. Once per battle round, when an attack is allocated to this model, you can change the damage characteristic of the attack to 0. Oh, no, it doesn't get an info save. It just gets to completely ignore an attack once per turn. Which isn't bad at all, honestly. I think that's pretty good, because it means that if someone hits you with like an anti-Titan weapon, it'll just go, no. We must tumble the camera again. No, no, we must some good walkers, guys. No, you didn't. 45 transport capacity and just 2 of them. That's a whole... Yeah, there's, on board each is 40 Crusaders. One of them is led by a... Let me look up the list. I can't remember. I know one of them has an ancient leading the squad. The other, I think, just has a Castellan or a lieutenant. Mobile battle group. Oh, a Judiciar, yeah, and then the other has an ancient. There's 2 squads of 5 Desolation in support of them. And its transport is 45. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. You want to see for Judiciar and for ancient. Don't tumble the camera. This is for Judiciar, and this is for Ancient that lead those squads. I've already got 40 of the Marines built, the Parafist variants. So yeah, this is... These guys are converted from the Heroes of a Chapter box set. I think it's called Heroes of a Chapter. Or Chapter Heroes or something like that. It's if you want to convert Space Marines, it's expensive for what it is, or seems to be, but it's got loads and loads of bits for making characters with, and for making really cool models. That's obviously a Black Templar upgrade sprue sword. Black Templar gun there. Yeah. I didn't really have anything to use as a timepiece, so I just gave him a skull. That's got 3 eyes on it. Heroes of the Chapter is such a good box. I got 2 other boxes in the end. Partly because I just wanted these banners. One of them is being used by him. Obviously, you can see I carved off here the hand that's on it, because it's usually held by 2 hands. And oh, I think this is... Oh yeah, this is just the Heroes of the Chapter again. The cloak is from the Black Templars Crusader squad though. These are really good because you can use these as on halos as well, which is nice. Or do you know, represent force fields. Also, each can just hoof around 2 dreads of any flavour. Chunky transport box. Wait, can they have a dreadnought on board? I don't think they can. I know the Storm Raven does. Munch moose. What a tasty. But don't eat my paint, you crazy egg. Showing up to 2,000 points game with a Mastodon as a transport box would be such a power move. I've got 2 at 3,000 points. What would I have to get rid of to reduce that to a 2,000 points?
Twitching intermittently. Must paint.
Must paint. Must paint. Must paint. Okay, if I got rid of both Desolation squads, that'll bring it down to 2,600. Roughly. No, I'd have to definitely get rid of one of the Mastodons. Because otherwise I'm getting rid of the people it transports. But yeah. If I got rid of one of the Mastodons and the 2 squads of the Primaris Crusaders that are on board, that would be 1,250 points. That would give me 250-ish points. Well, actually 200 points, because when I built this, it was exactly 3,000 points, or just under. But now it says it's 3,035 points since updates to rules, because the Crusader squads keep getting point upgraded. Let me look. What do they have? Okay, they have Fire Pistol, Power Fists. Okay, that's fine. This one has Power Fists. This one has Pyre Blasters. But then everyone has Chainswords. This one has Power Fists. Oh, another one of these is meant to have Pyre Blasters in. Oh, there we go, there we go. Yeah, it's 2 squads that have Pyre Blasters. Nice. Do you know what I was referencing for blueberries being purple? I don't know. I've heard the reference before, but I don't know if that's because I've just heard the bit be referenced or I know the original source. I think you're missing my point. Just carve out an area for a handle like a toolbox and go to the game store with them being the box. Oh, I can't do that with my Mastodon. Because my Mastodons I bought second-hand on eBay. And unfortunately both... Actually, I got the new version of a Mastodon and the old version. Because they released 2 versions. They're very similar. But both of them are glued shut. Which I wouldn't have glued them shut, but that's what they are. And I tried opening them, but I didn't want to break the delicate resin. So... It's unfortunate. I'm trying to think of what I can do. Are there any grey spray paints? Because I'm thinking if I get a very dark grey spray paint, I can do a quick spray over my Mastodon to give it more of an effect. You know, do a quick paint of it to give it more of a wear effect. So, because obviously it's going to be mostly black. I want to make it look a bit dusty and broken though. Because it is, if you don't know the story of my Black Templar, The idea is my Black Templar is a progressive Black Templar for my Marshal. And he comes from a crusade that itself was more traditional. And as a result, he was given his own crusade, but was basically sent to very far away, to a basic middle of nowhere to do his crusade with other people who didn't agree with the traditional aspects of that crusade. And so he has been trying to relentlessly expand his own crusade using the Primaris, which his original crusade mostly tried to ignore. And then he ended up coming across a stash of ancient Heresy era equipment that from like the Imperial Fists on one of the worlds he liberated. And the entire idea is that because he found all of his stuff, it's like, it's a sign from the Emperor. He is blessing us. He wants us to use this ancient equipment. And as a result, he started to, you know, use a gene seed to create loads of new firstborn type soldiers to wear for armor and to use all the equipment. That's why I have loads of Heresy era models in my army as well. So how many minis did we paint today? Half! I mean, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I got yapping a bit too much today. I should have painted a bit more. I wasn't expecting to finish today, mind you. But yeah. And we got the brain painted. I think that's good. I don't think the yellow's too bad. I think it's better than what we did last time. And we have an idea for what I want to do. So I think it's looking good. I think it's looking good. Whack! Ah! Whack! Ah! Whack! Ah! Running away! This is why you carry a banner, so you can whack neural elixirs on the head. Whack, 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 whack. Sticking in your banner. Oh no, it's trading my banner! He doesn't look like fried chicken, for shame. He looks cool though, doesn't he? Or it. Sheep. Them. They, them. But yeah, it's half 7. I've overrun a bit and I need to make a schedule for next week and thumbnails. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna have to say I love you. Ow! My heart's broken now. My heart's broken. I might you mind. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to leave you anyway. I'm truly sorry. We mind a lot. No! I got thumbnails to make. I got a schedule to make. And I want to try downloading Ow! XCOM 2 or do you know hired gun. I got the hired gun game. Oh. Well, thank you for coming to the stream today. Let me see if there's YouTube says there's anyone that we like who's raiding and I feel comfortable raiding into. Kasumi's live. She's probably not been streaming too long. Let me just check it. We cannot spam Yeet. Sadness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do a cupcake raid. We'll get a cupcake raid going on, so... Ow! My poor little brain! It hurts.
The Yeets are full of our aggressive love.
Thank you, but still, send that aggressive love over to Mai. She's streaming. She's streaming. She's doing a thank you, Satsu. She started 36 minutes ago. Hopefully it's fine. Okay, yep, she's fine. I can raid into her. Let's go. Save. Save. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming to the stream. Cupcake raid. Control-C this. Drop it into chat. And, you know, send Mai all your love, because she's very cool. She's had a donathon on recently. And it's very cool. And she's getting a fee too soon. So, yeah, take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. Don't eat cupcakes because of friends, not food. All of that good stuff. Love you all. Bye-bye.